Starcasting to you from the City of Angels. Hello everyone, I'm Kiris. Thank you so much for being here and listening to the Voice of Astrology podcast. This is our astrology, your cosmic superpower, for the week beginning Sunday, November 19th through Saturday, November 25th, 2023. Let's journey together with astrology and explore how to connect with the stars, the planets, the energies for our new week ahead. The week starts off with the Sun in Scorpio, getting ready to close its transit out through Scorpio as we approach the solar ingress into the sign of Sagittarius. So when we were in Scorpio season overall is about saying goodbye to things. The solar ingress into the sign of Sagittarius is saying hello. This reminds me of the Beatles song, hello, hello. You say goodbye, I say hello. So the last degrees of Scorpio, which we are starting off with on Sunday, November 19th, is the releasing, the wrapping up, the completion cycle of the solar ingress through Scorpio as far as what we needed to say goodbye, what needed to end. Scorpio is that process of transformation, life, death, and rebirth, a snake shedding its skin, a phoenix rising through the ashes after we have burned out and let go of what needed to end. And before we get to the sun's entry into the fire sign of Sagittarius, this Sunday, we have some very unexpected, perhaps shocking endings, because the week is starting off with the moon in Aquarius, and the moon in Aquarius, which is the rebel, the moon in Aquarius is an attitude, a mindset, it's air needs to be free, and the moon in Aquarius is making hard aspects to Uranus in Taurus, Mars in Scorpio, and the Sun in Scorpio. These are very fixed, difficult placements as far as finally saying goodbye, or someone or something saying goodbye to you that you weren't expecting. Aquarius, the sign of Aquarius, and the planet Uranus. These are components in astrology that have to do with, I didn't see that coming, but it happened. In other words, sudden endings, whether they are coming to you or whether you have finally had it. This is how we're starting off the week. These are testy, to say the least, energies that are happening as we're winding down our time in Scorpio. Fixed water Scorpio stays the course. It's fixed emotion. It takes a lot for Scorpio or any fixed sign to finally say, I'm going in a different direction. I've had enough. Fixed signs relate to, they correspond to the fixed months of the year. Taurus is May. The weather is fixed. In the summertime, when we go into Leo with the sun at its strongest, the weather, the month is fixed. The first astrologers lived in an agriculture society. They were farmers. What was happening with the seasons was of utmost importance to them and their survival. So when we talk about fixed signs of the zodiac, where that comes from are the fixed months of the year. May, August, when we're in Leo time, Scorpio time, November, and then Aquarius time, coldest time of the year, that time of winter, when the sun, there isn't a lot of sunlight. The sun is in its detriment. It's cold, to say the least. So this is corresponding to this moon in Aquarius, which is emotionally, the moon is emotion, how we feel or how they feel emotionally when someone has finally grown cold. And there is no cold like the cold of Aquarius. It corresponds again to that fixed time of the year, the fixed month, where the weather doesn't really deviate that much. It's not hot and cold, it's just cold. Monday, November 20th, we have the second quarter moon at 27 degrees Aquarius. Second quarter to full moon phase is when the energy, the intensity, the power is increasing. Also, this corresponds to the moon, which is increasing in light. We're building towards the full moon culmination point. Second quarter moon at 27 degrees Aquarius brings in a Venus peace influence. The third division or decanate of the sign of Aquarius, which does have that Venus influence, meaning making peace with certain things that have ended in our lives during this time in Scorpio. As we are approaching the full moon, the energy is increasing, yet at the same time, we are making peace with this second quarter moon in Aquarius with things that have also ended. So this is the hello, the goodbye, both happening simultaneously. Also on Monday, November 20th, we have the moon entering mutable water Pisces. The moon is so happy in Pisces, ruled by Jupiter. This is increase. The moon in Pisces makes a sextile aspect of opportunity to Jupiter and Taurus, ruled by Venus. The moon in Pisces, sextile Jupiter and Taurus, is a big feeling of optimism. That feeling of no matter what is going on in your life, whatever it is that you're dealing with, things will work out. The Jupiter component with the moon in Pisces and Jupiter in Taurus is the energy of gratitude, looking on the positive side of things. It's also emotional moon in Pisces, having that feeling of there is just so much to say thank you for. These cosmic superpowers, meaning the power that you have, greatly contributes and enhances things always working out for you. Nice aspect on this Monday. Also on this Monday, November 20th, this degree of Scorpio has a connection to a fixed star called Bangula. Now this fixed star in astrology has a very favorable, lucky, blessed influence at winning something. Tuesday, November 21st, we still have the moon in Pisces, and the moon in Pisces makes an inconjunct Antisha to Venus at home in Libra. That is so romantic. Then we have the moon in Pisces making a sextile aspect to Uranus in Taurus. Moon in Pisces is very chill. It can be meditating. It can be just calm when you're dreaming and you're not really focused on anything in particular. You're just letting the feelings and the moment be what it is. This moon in Pisces making that sextile to Uranus and Taurus can be sudden flashes of creativity and insight and brilliance because you're not trying to force anything. Moon in Pisces sextile Uranus. You're just going along and not really focused so intensely on something, and then it just comes to you. The creativity is there, and you're feeling it on this Tuesday, November 21st. Wednesday, November 22nd, we do have the sun's entry, the solar ingress, into mutable fire Sagittarius. Mutable in astrology means morphing and changing. Things are shifting. We're not completely out of the fall season, yet we're not fully into wintertime. We're in mutable fire. It's shifting and changing and adapting. Now, when the sun goes into Sagittarius, which is ruled by Jupiter, this is the hello. This is saying yes to something. This is growing something, increasing something in your life. Because Sagittarius is ruled by the planet Jupiter, which is the kingly planet in astrology, the largest planet in our solar system. What we are saying hello to, what we are saying yes to with the sun's into Sagittarius is yes to gratitude, yes to generosity, yes to being happy and positive for no reason, just to be happy and positive, to enjoy life, to be happy in life. Sagittarius is very often referred to as the clown of the zodiac because Sagittarius has a tremendous sense of humor. If you've forgotten to laugh every day, find things to see the humor in it, to not take everything so heavy and dark and dire. Again, the Scorpio season was these things have to go. They've become poisonous, dead weight. Sagittarius is let's increase the gratitude, joy, optimism, and happiness in life. Also, Sagittarius, ruled by Jupiter, has to do with faith, your concepts as far as your value system, your moral, the code that you live by, whatever that means for you. What is your religion, so to speak, that you live by in life? Sagittarius is one of the feral signs of the zodiac, half horse, half man. Sagittarius is about don't fence me in, I have to be free. Sagittarius doesn't recognize restriction and boundaries. It just keeps reaching for the stars, keeps going and going. Try something differently during Sagittarius time. You will feel this energy of wanting to break out of the constricted habits and routine that you normally always keep. During Sagittarius, it's time to do that. Take a little side trip, explore something new, perhaps in your neighborhood where you've never gone there before. Sagittarius rules over foreigners in foreign countries. Travel, make friends with people that perhaps you usually don't make friends with. You're learning about a new and different culture or language. Sagittarius loves to gamble. It rules over gambling, meaning take a risk. Try something that for you might scare you a little bit. It's a little bit risky, but you're going to try something differently. The solar ingress in Sagittarius also ushers in the holiday of Thanksgiving. There is just so many blessings, so many things to be grateful for, to say thank you for. Sagittarius is the sign of generosity. Sagittarius loves to give. It can be giving someone encouragement, a compliment, saying something nice to someone. It doesn't just mean giving money. It means just to give from the generous Sagittarius heart. This is the hello. This is the yes, as we have the solar ingress in Sagittarius. Also on Wednesday, November 22nd, we have the moon in Pisces making a water trine flow to Mars at home in Scorpio. Now the moon is how you feel, the emotions. Mars in Scorpio is how you feel about taking a certain action. Moon trine Mars and water is when the emotion and the determination to take action, to stay the course and get something accomplished, has a trine, which is an ease, it's a flow, and it's water. This brings in the abundance and fertility of the sun's entry into Sagittarius as we are approaching the full moon and the increase in your life. Also on Wednesday, November 22nd, we have the moon then changing into Cardinal Fire Aries, first sign of the zodiac. Whatever your time zone is, we have the moon entering Fire Aries, and then the moon in Aries will make a fire trine flow to the sun in Sagittarius. This is the light, the excitement, the enthusiasm, just the joy and happiness and warmth that fire brings. As we started off the week and the moon was in Aquarius making some really tough aspects and something growing cold, now this warmth of the moon in Aries trying the sun in Sagittarius. This is a very illuminating day because fire is light, it's that glow, it's an awareness of something that you have been wondering about or wanting to discover in your life, whatever it is that you've been trying to figure out. All of this fire, moon trine the sun, is like the light going on. You finally see it. It finally comes into your awareness. It's illuminated and very positive and exciting. Thursday, November 23rd, we still have the moon in Aries. The moon in Aries makes a conjunction to Chiron in Aries. This is a new sense of self in your identity. Moon in Aries makes an opposition to Venus in Libra. This is finding the balance in relationship, but even though it's an opposition, oh so romantic on Thanksgiving Day. Moon in Aries makes a fire trine flow to Mercury in Sagittarius. Its detriment. Whatever is said that is too much, meaning the Mercury in Sagittarius, you'll let it roll, laugh it off, have some fun. Very lively conversation with Moon in Aries, trine Mercury in Sagittarius. Have fun with it, because these are fun aspects. These can be fun aspects if we let the ego go off to the side, because also on Thanksgiving Day we've got the sun in Sag making a square to Saturn in Pisces. The sun square Saturn can bring up father issues. Sun square Saturn and the sun and Saturn, these are energies having to do with responsibility, protection, the father archetype, but because they're squaring off on a day that can just be so much fun if we let it, if we lighten up a little bit and laugh things off a bit. The sun square Saturn can be a conflict over who is being responsible and who is not living up to responsibilities. Sun square Saturn brings in a lot of how a person wants to be seen as the ultimate responsible one, and where does the responsibility lie. The moon in Aries on this day, which is the newborn child, this is about your inner child wants to come out and play and wants to have some fun. It really doesn't want to deal with the sun square Saturn, which is to be adult, to be responsible. In other words, it's a holiday. Let your inner child, if you're not used to this, let the big kid inside of you come out and have some fun. You don't have to be responsible every single moment. This can be a tough challenge for people that are used to taking care of business and being too serious all of the time. The moon in Aries is saying, the inner kid, the big kid, wants to come out and have some fun and be silly and laugh, indulge a little bit as we approach the full moon. And the alignments are saying, yes, you can have joy in your life as well as always being the responsible, serious one. Friday, November 24th, we have major changes on this day. Mars finally leaves Scorpio, its home sign, and Mars enters mutable fire Sagittarius. Now, Mars in Sagittarius is so sports oriented. Any kind of games, sports, working out, exercise. Mars in Sagittarius is fabulous with this kind of physical activity. Also, we have the moon entering its exaltation sign in the sign of Taurus, ruled by Venus. These aspects here, moon going into Taurus, Mars entering Sagittarius, is the power that you have, that you are born with, to say yes. You're going for it and nothing is going to stop you. Sagittarius dreams big. It reaches for the stars and believes in the dream. Sagittarius is faith. It's ruled by Jupiter. Say yes to your dream, believe in your dream, and reach for the stars. Know that you have that power to make your dreams come true. The cosmic superpower is just putting a spotlight on what is inside of you, the power that you have. You were born with it. Saturday, November 25th, it just keeps getting better and better as we approach this full moon. We've got the moon on Saturday exalted in Taurus, making a conjunction to Jupiter in Taurus, ruled by Venus. This is way over the top love. It's way over the top increase. Taurus is ruled by Venus. Venus is happy. She's at home right now in Libra. This is just furthering the going beyond the fears and limits that you have had, but now you're moving past them. We also have Mars now in Sagittarius, ruled by Jupiter, making a square hard angle to Saturn in Pisces, ruled by Jupiter. Now the Mars square Saturn, Mars and Saturn are called the malefics, the bad guys in astrology. The Mars square Saturn makes us do the work. It's not easy. It's the willingness, Mars square Saturn, to say and to do, I'm reaching that goal, Jupiter, I'm going beyond and reaching that goal, and I'm willing to do the work, whatever it takes. Squares in astrology are needed because square aspects are hard angles. They're needed because they give us the motivation. It's like the engine that drives us. A good square or two in astrology is a good thing. And when it involves Mars and Saturn in signs that are ruled by Jupiter, the Mars and Saturn is that force or that power that you have to set the goal and see it through no matter what. In other words, the willingness to face whatever hardships, Mars Saturn, that may be in your path, but you're going to get the goal. What a week as we close out this holiday week. What an incredible, cosmically supercharged week that this is. As we enter Sagittarius time, where things are morphing and changing and adapting, and that means morphing and changing with you. Sagittarius is the hello, it's the yes, it's the increase. The astrology cosmic superpower is simply shining a light on the power that you have within yourself. Say yes to yourself, believe in yourself. Thank you, everyone. I will see you all in the stars.